All right, SPY with the bearish engulfing on the daily. Finally, maybe this is the moment that bears have been waiting for a pullback. We didn't get it, back here, and then we just sent up higher, but now this is just one level of confluence that bears might take over here, but we'll have to see what this week looks like. Welcome back to Only Subs. If you guys are in the Discord, we banked 3 plays I called back to back to back. Everything hit on the dot. It's just the entire week was just banger after banger, and just happy that everybody in the Discord banked this week. So if you want to join the Discord, the link is in the bio, and I'm gonna do a full breakdown of what's to come in the market this week. Upcoming few days, we got FOMC minutes on Wednesday, and Jerome Powell is actually speaking on Tuesday morning at 9:30. So some volatility, this upcoming few days that might influence the direction of SPY and the overall market, but we'll have to see what happens. As of right now, SPY, got this pullback, big time pullback. We caught the big move this Friday morning, and also got the pullback as well. 3 moves on SPY and then Q as well that we took, which was great. But looking at SPY again, just from the daily perspective, this gap is being tested. The 9 EMA is tested here, and this bearish engulfing is just a sign that there might be more pullback coming, but we'll have to see again. I think again, if SPY, and let me pull up my lines here. If SPY, let me just go here. Yeah, so right now SPY actually broke a trend that it's been following, and if you guys took that SPY put that I alerted, it was right around like 2:30, 3 o'clock. Literally the very last minute. That was because SPX here broke this golden pocket, right? And we were watching SPY and we were watching VIX. So VIX, look at VIX. This was the trend that VIX was following. And when VIX broke out of here, I literally told you guys VIX was looking for this breakout. As soon as it got it, SPY and a bunch of stocks just started dumping right after that. So now VIX is actually holding above this trend line. There could be more, upside movement from here, unless this is going to be a bull trap here for VIX here. Then in that case, market might have a reversal to the upside. But until then, VIX looks like it wants to test up here 1260s, and then even if it breaks here, could go as high as 13. And it's not looking good for SPY as of right now either, because SPY has also broken a trend, this uptrend that it's been following since 2 weeks ago, June 13th. So unless bulls can reclaim this this trend line here, which is 545, this dark pool level that we've been tracking in the Discord, and SPY has just been going up and down from it the entire time, and it's back after exploding and now coming back down here. Over here, why did I say SPY was going to reject that? Why did I take those puts up here? Because cleared this golden pocket. Once I saw this rejection, that's where we entered, right around 10:30 or something like that, right? So that's where we entered those puts, and we rode those all the way down for 200%. Guys, I just don't miss, man. I'm just too good, man. It's all jokes, guys. When you're winning, man, you just get too it just gets to your head. But it's just for fun, guys. Like whatever I'm saying in the Discord. But my TA is just really on point. Like as you guys can see, it looks like a mess here, but I can actually read everything that's going on, and I'm interpreting everything so you guys have an idea of what's to come and how you guys can position, right? So that's what we're looking at SPY right now. Looking pretty bearish. VIX looks bullish. Market might have a pullback, especially we got Jerome Powell this Tuesday and FOMC minutes this Wednesday. And July 4th, this Thursday, market is closed. If I pull up QQQ here. So again, just really quickly on SPY. If SPY if SPY does not reclaim this trend line, this 545, then you're looking at 542s. Like, very likely this could happen. There's a lot of support over here at 542s, and if it breaks that, it's coming down to 540s, 541, 540s. But right now, bulls are in a tight spot. If they cannot get over, it's game over for them. We're gonna look at QQQ. QQQ, again, very similar to SPY on the daily here, has that bearish engulfing as well. You can see it. And however, QQQ, if you guys saw my last video, QQQ perfectly tested the pennant at this bottom trend line here at the very end of the day. And this happened right after it also, broke out and then came back. Now that it broke, this was basically a bull trap, right? So you broke out of this trend line, but this pennant here, and now it's back in the pennant, potentially looking to break down. It does look like it's a little better than SPY. It looks better than SPY in the sense that it's holding the trend line. It's holding this golden pocket. There's a lot of dark pool activity here, but if it can't hold it, it's coming down to 477 again. This is a very big level right here, 477. There's another dark pool level here, and there's an order block down here that it could potentially test down at 547 to 476 to 475. So that's what you're looking at, a downside on QQQ. However, if it does catch a bounce here, maybe it could, and it could just ride this pennant. If Monday comes, guys, and let me just quickly check the data here. For Monday, we got 9:45. We got PMI on Monday and ISM manufacturing at 10 a.m. So 9:45 a.m. and 10 a.m. we got data. So again, PMI that could influence a breakdown, or if we even gonna pop back above this 479 level, then we could potentially stay in this 480, 481, maybe even break out of that. But as of right now, the possibility is, if we break this 477 to 475, if we don't break it, we could have a possibility of catching a bounce and staying within 480, 481. If it breaks out of this Monday, then you're looking at upside target that's 482 to 484 even. So that's what you're looking at for QQQ. There is a possibility that there could be consolidation. Just keep that open mind, right? Because you got big data. You got Jerome Powell on Tuesday, and then FOMC minutes on Wednesday. So if Tuesday morning comes and then this is going sideways on Monday, which it could most likely do, well, not most likely, but it could do it, right? Just be open-minded to it. Then Tuesday morning, you could see that breakout or the breakdown. So that's what you're looking at. As of right now, VIX, like I said, it looks like it wants to pop up. If it doesn't, if this is a false breakout here, then market might be chilling for a bit. Okay, so now let's go to Tesla here. Tesla was another one I called out on Thursday. Hit right on the dot. And I told you guys in the Discord it was going to hit probably 202. Right on 202, that golden pocket that I had labeled before. Got that. It popped a little higher, but then it rejected big time. If you guys took those puts, I know I was joking about, taking puts, but that golden pocket, man, is just too powerful. A lot of rejection keeps happening around those key areas. So we saw that key area break down, and then I know Akbar called a put on Tesla here, which was a great call. But now as of right now, Tesla, I'll be honest with you, Tesla looks very bullish still. It had a breakout on multiple time frames actually. So the very key thing that Tesla actually needs to do is I know it had a bit of a bearish day on Friday, but if it can clear this 203, 204 level, actually 205 is going to be your main level. I know it's not a little, let me make it bigger. Yeah, so clearing this 205, 206 level is going to be your number one priority for bulls to send Tesla to as high as like 220s. and above that, right? You got 220s is going to be your next big level, 212 to 220, and then you got a couple of trend lines that I got coming down from back here. So watch out for, here, let me pull up the 4 hour here. I was watching this on the extended hour, but yeah, that's what you're looking at on Tesla. There's a resistance up at 220s. If you break that, those are your numbers, and 250s is going to come right after that. But I am telling you, I think Tesla looks pretty bullish. Inverse head and shoulder pattern here as well. Multiple confluences, breakout is holding. And if Tesla has a tendency to go inverse market, meaning when market is breaking down, Tesla likes to go up. So if the market is breaking down, you could see Tesla push higher. Again, I feel like Tesla just has a mind of its own. So those are your levels on Tesla. If Tesla, again, there's a heavy dark pool activity here. If Tesla cannot hold 195, 194-ish, it could risk invalidating this breakout here. And this is at 190 level. If it breaks below that, you could look at puts right there. Because then it's probably going to come down to 189 and 185. 189 to 185 are going to be your next levels. Downside, your golden pocket is down at 180s, so that's can be very likely if Tesla does get a pullback. Nvidia, since Wednesday, 3 days in a row, Nvidia was just stuck in this range here. To be honest with you, Nvidia looks pretty bearish. The reason why is it looks like a head and shoulder pattern, number one, and it looks like it's creating a possible H pattern. There was a lot of dark pool, a heavy amount of dark pool, like a few $1 billion worth of dark pool activity in this 126 level. And when you saw that, right, Nvidia had a breakdown here. So this 123 has been like a rock. If Nvidia breaks this 123, like you're looking down here at like 118 is the next level. That's a big level for Nvidia. But I think that I have a feeling, again, this is just my feeling. I think Nvidia can potentially break this 118 and eventually test this trend line down here. This trend line is coming back from all the way up right here. And this is literally the line in the sand for bulls. Like 110, basically like 115-ish, maybe like 115, 114. This is going to be the true test if the bulls are going to hold the line. If Nvidia breaks this 114 level, bulls, that will have indicated a break of trend, and you are looking at maybe Nvidia coming down to as low as 106 and even like 100. I'll be honest with you, like it's not out of the question. It's totally possible, but we'll have to see. Again, market is looking pretty weak. Nvidia, if the market is weak, Nvidia is also pulling back. Like everything is just gonna pull back, and bears are, celebrating at that point. Otherwise, upside targets for Nvidia. Again, if this 123 is the key number to hold, if it can't hold, forget about it. But it needs to clear the 126 is the next number, 126, 127 level, and then you could look for calls as high as like 129, 130s. 129 to even 132 is golden pocket here. Again, it's very key level up here, so you could target that for upside. If it breaks above that, then bulls are actually looking really good over 132. Apple had a nasty pullback at the very end of the day. And again, this is what I was talking about, right? Like you see this trend going from here to here. This is exactly what I was looking at for Nvidia over here. So you see that, right? You see this trend. I think Nvidia can come down to 114. And Apple, pretend this candle wasn't here. Let's pretend it's up here. You see how it came and broke it? That's literally a very real possibility for Nvidia as well. So now for Apple, it looks very bearish because it broke it. It basically got a candle close. And unless bulls, again, bear traps and bull traps happen all the time, right? If bulls can hold the line over here, and there's a very big support here, the golden pocket over here, this 210 level, this is going to be like a rock. If you lose this, Apple, it's game over for the Bulls. Bulls are gonna, you could see as low as like 208 to 207 on Apple here. Yeah, so those again, these are your downside targets for Apple. Heavy dark pool activity around 209 to 208. So I wouldn't be surprised as this area is being a very strong support as well. But again, it has to get through 209, this 210 level honestly first. 210 is going to be your line in the sand for Bulls. If Bulls can bounce here, then they could reclaim the trend and then, look for a potential breakout or consolidate within this pennant here and then determine a direction maybe this week. Again, a lot of this, again, and you can see the similarity between Apple and QQQ. They're both in somewhat of a pennant. So if there is some big news with the FOMC minutes or Jerome Powell on Tuesday, then you could see a big move on the either side, up or down. So that's what you're looking at for Apple. Apple, if it does get the breakout, you could look at 215. 215 needs to clear. If that cannot clear, it could potentially bull trap up here and then reject, and then we'll see from there. But break 215, you can see this golden pocket up here at 216. So that's what you're looking at for upside on Apple. Amazon. Somebody was asking me in a Discord, should I go long or short? I told you one number, 199. 199. If it was over 199, you take your calls. If it was under, you take your short. I hope you took your short, because clearly at Friday, I think it was trying to push up on that in the first morning candle or the first hour or so, and you can see quickly rejected with the whole market. And now it's sitting in this very heavy dark pool area right here. There's a big support over here. Dark pool, big time dark pool prints in the billions. If Amazon can catch a bounce here, 0.5 fib, you could reclaim these this downtrend that it's going in. I could draw a quick trend line here. Yeah, so if Amazon can break out of this trend line here, you could look for calls again. But until then, again, and very similar to Apple and Nvidia, the trend line, again, all of this I have premeditated. I'm always ahead of the game. And then you guys wonder how I see things. This is how I do it. Preparation. This trend line, golden pocket down here at 190s, is a very, very real possibility. And again, if market is weak, you're gonna see Amazon test 190, this trend line. You break that, bulls are in trouble. And then if that breaks, well, you could see honestly 180s to 188 to 185, and there's a big dark pool level at 185. So a lot of big support down here. But that's what you're looking at for downside. I think you might catch a bounce here. If you do test here, you could take a long position. Again, golden pocket, trend line, 50 SMA. Like, there's a bunch of support over here. If it catches that, you could actually take a long, scalp, see how you want to play it. But this is 190 is a very real possibility on Amazon. IWM, again, another one I called out earlier this week. As of right now, it's rejecting a bull flag breakout. You can see the bull flag right here. Tried to get the breakout, but look where it broke. Tried to, couldn't get over the golden pocket. It's always the golden pocket that just keeps on rejecting here. And these golden pockets, man, they just they don't even they give you a little bit of a signal that, oh, it's gonna break. The bull flag was breaking, but then it just rejected. So now, as of right now, IWM, if you're gonna trade this, you could maybe, again, if it breaks above 204, 205, you could look for longs. Again, that's a breakout of this bull flag and the golden pocket. Otherwise, you could short it down to 201s, even 200s. There is a big dark pool level. These two purple lines are the dark pool levels, and this gap down here. So it could test 200s, break that, 199 below. But as of right now, you didn't get a breakout. IWM lows look kind of, no direction at the moment. So we'll have to see what it does on Monday or this week. If you're gonna trade it, that's what you're looking at. MU, I mentioned that MU might see some possibility of a breakout, and the only reason I say that, and the breakout of this trend line, right, this downtrend here, let me draw here. If this could be like a falling, yeah, so it's a falling wedge pattern here. If you see this breakout here on MU, you could actually take a long, and your signal would be like 136 or 135 break come this week or so. We'll see what it looks like, but you need to see that break of this trend line if you're gonna take a long. Lose this 130 is gonna be a risk, and then you could look to short it down. There's golden pocket here at 125. Don't be surprised that this can get tested. You honestly could see a bear trap, like bear trap as in like you get the break and then it tests down here and then it comes back up, reclaims this falling wedge, and then you get your actual falling wedge breakout. So I've seen that happen tons of times. I don't see I actually do see that happening very likely, just because everybody's like, oh my god, MU is gonna break out. There's a lot of call flow activity on MU as well, so I think they're counting on a potential breakout here. So just be open-minded about it, and just make sure you're prepared however you're going to take that trade. AMD bull flag breakout. Somebody was asking me on Friday that, should I long or short this? But I said, if AMD does not bull trap, like this is a breakout. This is your signal to go long on AMD. And again, if you're talking like a swing, like yes, this would be a swing on AMD 1, 2, 3 weeks out. These are your target. But look what happened on AMD. It got this break on Friday and then tested the golden pocket. This 166.48 right at the dot, rejected. However, it is still holding this bull flag breakout. So you haven't gotten a bull trap yet. So because it's still holding here, this breakout, you got a 921 cross on the 4 hour here, which is bullish. You have increase in volume. So right now it looks bullish. Like if you're gonna take a swing on AMD, and like I mentioned on any other stock, take a long position on AMD, not financial advice, and target maybe this 166. It break above 167, and then you could look for upside as high as 168 to 170. But your risk is going to be a bull trap. Still, at the end of the day, it could always happen. AMD has, been playing games this past whatever many weeks we've been going through with it. But if this is the actual breakout, you could take a long. Your risk to reward is very, very good here. I could actually draw it for you. Yeah, so this is what, let's just assume you take a long position. I don't know, this 162 area. Your risk is going to be, let's say, a break of the bull flag, and then maybe even down to 158, right? That's going to be your risk, and then your reward can be like, just let's just say this golden pocket. So that's already this is 1-to-1 pretty much, right? So that's just 50-50, right? But if this is an actual breakout, you actually could see AMD push as high as 170, and you're looking at almost 2-to-1 risk to reward, right? So again, you're playing the setups here. If the setup works out, then yes, you will print to the upside. Otherwise, your risk is, going to be 158 risk on AMD. CRM, I mentioned this one as well. You got the breakout here. 160 was, I told you 260 was going to be the number that I thought it was going to test. Tested it on the dot. And as of right now, if bulls cannot clear 262, you could short it. And if you do short it, 250s, and then eventually this trend line here that it broke out from, right? That this is the trend line that it's been following here. So what happened was it broke below it and it reclaimed it now. So because it reclaimed it, it could actually push higher unless it breaks down again, and then you're looking at a downtrend. This Bulls need to hold this line here, otherwise, bears are going to capitalize at the break of this, and then you're looking at low as 241s to 230s. But 262 is your number to clear if you're a bull, and then you look at your upside targets on CRM. And I think that should cover it for now. If you guys have any questions, I'm in the DMs in the Discord, and let's bank this week. We're gonna make it a big week. We've been on fire this week. I'm looking out for those A+ setups, and let's just make the best of it. Talk to you guys.